Grand Old Partisan celebrates more than 16 decades of Republican heroes and heroics. Today I honor Rufus Bullock, born in upstate New York, March 28, 1834. He managed a telegraph office in Philadelphia before moving to Augusta, Georgia in 1859. During the Civil War, Bullock oversaw the region's communications and railroads for the Confederacy. Union restored, he joined the GOP and advocated for civil rights at the state's 1867 Constitutional Convention. The following year, aligning himself with the radical Republicans, with strong support from black voters, he won the governorship. Later that year, his Democrat opponent headed the Ku Klux Klan. While in office, Bullock focused on rebuilding infrastructure, particularly railroads. His connections with northern businessmen helped draw investment to the state. He also oversaw transfer of the state capital from Milledgeville to Atlanta. Bullock worked closely with the Ulysses Grant administration to implement Republican Reconstruction, including the 14th and 15th Amendments. Bullock opposed a Democrat scheme to expel all African Americans from the legislature. Angered by his commitment to equal rights for all, Democrats hurled accusations of corruption and vowed to impeach him. Their lies created an enduring myth that made him villain of the novel Gone with the Wind. Violent opposition by the Ku Klux Klan forced this conscientious governor to resign 3 months before his term ended and leave the state. Bullock returned to Georgia in 1876 and was twice acquitted of corruption charges. He became president of the Atlanta Chamber of Commerce and director of both a railroad and a cotton mill. Another of his achievements was organizing the much-celebrated 1895 Atlanta Exposition, which featured Booker T. Washington as keynote speaker. When Bullock died, flags on public buildings in Georgia were lowered to half-staff in his honor. A prominent Atlanta newspaper eulogized him, quote, "Few Georgians, whether by birth or adoption, did more real good for the state than he." Another newspaper in Georgia wrote, quote, "He did not loot the state nor benefit from it, but was sincere in his efforts." There would not be another Republican governor of Georgia until 2003. Back to basics for the Republican Party is my civil rights history of the GOP. To quote the book, "The more we Republicans know about the history of our party, the more the Democrats will worry about the future of theirs." For more information, see grandoldpartisan.com.